Ayo, solo moment.
The Civility Day. Just for an opening, I request Pastor Reverend Dr. A. Sudas to begin with an opening prayer. Again, good evening. It is my great pleasure and privilege to invite you all to this year's World Civility Day, organized by the International Human Rights Peace Commission and the Good News International University. Furthermore, we are really honored and privileged to have amongst us His Excellency Dr. Stead Roy, who is advisor to the President of the United States, His Excellency Donald Trump. We also have the pleasure and honor of having Dr. Alwin Roland Timothy, the United Nations Special Representative and Ambassador to Sri Lanka. Ambassador and Dr. Anthony Fernandez, the Vice President of the International Human Rights Commission. Dr. Jacob Simon, the Chancellor of the Good News International University, and we are expecting the Archbishop, Mr. Gunaseelan Samuel. Jesus said that thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thine mind. This is the first great commission. And the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbors as thyself. I think the world civility and the human rights is all that. World civility promotes more civility and less hostility. In this World of Civility Day, we have gathered to honor some of our renowned personalities who in their own field have excelled. We wish them all the best in all the endeavors in the years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, be relaxed and enjoy this evening. Thank you. Now I request Dr. Ambassador, Dr. Anthony Fernandez, the Vice President of International Human Rights Peace Commission, to just give a few words.
It's always a pleasure to start the program with something new and something enlightened. And it's been a tradition, I think, by the IHRPC that I should start the event with my opening speech. And it's my privilege always to see my friends ahead of me and sitting smiling. We have come here to celebrate those days which we call as civility. We'll come to that very much later. First, let me welcome my friends. My brother Alwin, Ronald Timothy, is not only the World Peace Ambassador, but is also one of my goals in my life. The goal which I carry, to see to him that he's always running, achieving his goals, and we are pushing him. And we have got good friends all over the world who are supporting us. Dr. Williams is here, and now he's married, so he's got a beautiful wife. So you should give a big hand to him. So this is a big hand to both of them, both my brother and the wife, the newly wedded wife. I come back to this particular day. Civility will come to later on. But first few days back we had celebrated Women's Day. And then just recently we did we celebrated the International Family Day and all those things. Now, unless and until we don't understand the women, the mother, how can we go to the rest of the thing? I understand that's the biggest pillar. The question which comes, many of the women are asked, are you a housewife or a working woman? Now even a housewife, when you see a housewife, I remember my mother, she was a housewife, but she was fully occupied, servant of the family. Servant of the family, this is one pillar which civility has to understand. One pillar which has to be honored, and one pillar which is not honored in India. For us in India, women are nothing, absolutely nothing. From morning, the alarm clock at 5 o'clock, 4:30, many of the women will get up. They may agree with me, but they may not. Those who are working, they have got 24 hours duty. Till they end up at night, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, saying that they were the security guard of the house. Saying that nobody has just trespassed the house. Morning they will get up, start with everything. Take bath, finish your breakfast, cover up all the day for the kids, the mother, for the husband. You can say all the duties of packing up his tiffin and everything and seeing that he is ready to go to the job. Of course, for me, it's a privilege. My mother, she's passed away last year in September, but she never taught us that there's a difference between a woman or a male and a female. We all worked like that. We did the swabbing, sweeping and everything. And we never waited for somebody to give us a towel or a shoes or a socks. We were like the military people. And that is why I went on to become the colonel of this particular Sword of Freedom organization. But here I see many women, right from morning 5 o'clock, prepare the tiffin for the husband, he has to rush. And if they are working, they are packing their own tiffin, so they have to be on time to the duty. It's a big thing, it's a big job. How many male will get up and try to do the tiffin for his wife? Not possible. He will always give an excuse, I am tired, let me sleep. And if you see, they have to rush to the office, then they have to rush to the office by seeing that all the other activities are well done. For the kids, if they are going to school, husband not forgetting his medicines, not forgetting his food, and rest of that. If she's a housewife, morning first thing, task, let the husband go to work. Then the kids have to go follow up with the school, so their bags have to be packed. So she's a teacher. She teaches the children. And without her teaching, the school teachers are nothing. So it's a major part of a mother is also of a teacher. Not just a housewife, she's a teacher. She does love to her husband, but also she's a guide. Don't forget this. Take your food on time. Take your medicine on time. There will not be one day when some wife or the other will not tell her husband, see, be on time. Don't get late. Don't worry. And for the kids, everything. I remember when we were small, we never went to our father to complain. Kisne mara mujhe, aaj ye mara mujhe, wo mara mujhe. We went to the mother. And then mother used to put us on the shoulders. Shoulders were very soft. We used to feel good. Mother, good. And she said, what happened? Don't worry, go fight. And we fought. We really fought. We were not like those, my mother never told me, don't fight, be careful. If somebody is hitting you, fight. That is why we are soldiers. And the same mother, when we were small, and many of you must be remembering, the same mother used to lend a lap. She used to read our books, so we could study without we reading the books. Most of my education, I remember, it was on my mother's lap. I did not take much efforts to read the books. And then, if anything was there which secret I used to share, it was my mother. So it's a lovely Mother's Day, but I feel bad that we are calling only one Women's Day, one Mother's Day. Why is it not 365? Where is she lost? On the Facebook, on the Twitter, and also the other social media, I see the first day, oh, my mother, my mother, my mother, my mother, my mother. Next day, forget the mother. What are we talking about civility when we ourselves are not disciplined? If you don't understand that a mother and the parents are important in our life, then the civility will not be of any efforts to understand what is life. And the same mother, till she ends her life, she is also concerned about the entire family. Bringing up is not a small thing. Fathers don't know what it is like. Nobody goes and shares any secret with a father, only unless and until there is no mother. Most of the secret goes into the ears of the mother, the heart of the mother, and the pain of the mother to understand and to maintain a balance between the children, the growing children, their wants and desires, and there are different amount of complaints and other agenda with a father who will always say, oh, no, 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 don't allow that, don't allow that. No, he wants a bat. No, 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 why he wants a bat? Let him play in the school. So what we could do? Either take some friend's bat or purchase it, when the mother will slowly remove some money from the regular expenses and give it to us. Mother was the only one who could understand, and even today mother is the only one who can understand the child and the way the child is growing. And mother is the only one who can understand how the family is run. So first and foremost, we have to pay a good respect to the mother, but at the same time, it has not to be one day. It has to be 365 days. At the same time, I will also say this, that we have got a lot of old age homes coming up. We are the people who are building it up. Not because we are giving donation. Donation is a different part of story. But why should a mother, a parent go to the old age home? Why? When a mother can take care of 4 or 5 kids, even 1 or 2, 4 or 5 kids or more, multiple, then why those people cannot take care of their parents, the old age parents? At that particular age, why should they go and stay in such a place which is not of theirs, that doesn't belong to them? Unless and until they don't have anybody to look after. We must look very closely to ourselves. This country is not a happy country. I'll say that. This country is not a happy country. We are very sad country. Very, very sad country. We are just running the rat race without understanding the word relationship. We are just earning money to satisfy our needs. We are just earning money, killing ourselves with the medicines we take. But where relation is concerned? Zero. And we are sad. Sad due to various other things, but we are sad even inside the family. We are not sad for that soldier who is dying there at the border, who is thinking that someday I will get a leave and I'll go and I'll stay with my family. I'll be happy to meet my parents. I'll be happy to meet my friends. I'll be happy to meet my brothers, sisters, my kids. He is wanting for that. He is longing for that. There is a war there. He is guarding a border. But here in the cities, we have war too. We don't talk to our parents, we don't talk to our father, we don't talk to our mother, we don't talk to our brothers, sisters, we don't talk to our friends. We are just self-centered and we have lost the balance of understanding peace. Civility will come a long way later. When we have not started from the ground floor and civility is on the 7th floor, where do we reach there? When we are not even based well on the ground floor. Unless and until we understand these factors, to be happy, to be sharing and caring and to love the parents and to love the dear ones, and only the money is going to be an important, that particular part is on the 7th floor. We will not be also on the ground floor. So my dear friends, the question is, are we happy? These are laws. Like the principles of school, there you have to wear the shoes, then you should have the laces, so before that you wear the socks, or you can't wear the shoes and then the socks later, isn't it? The same principles in life, civility. We come to understand people, we act good to them, we expect them to act good, we work with them in honesty, we expect them to do in honesty. If you go to your boss, he will only say, I'm paying for you. I'm paying you to get my work done. Is he loving you? He is in love with you. Oh my God, Alwin, my brother, Alwin, because of you my company is succeeding. Oh my God, oh just, will your boss do that? Appreciating is a different part of story. He wants to run his business. And he will only see to it that the profits are growing. There's no love. Is there inside love? No. But the love is in the family. If a male is tired, is coming to the house, the father will ask, how much are you earning? Hota hai na? Sometimes the father is there in the house, the elder person is there. How much are you earning? What is your salary? Wife will say, how much have you saved? She will always ask, how much have you saved? You have not given it to your friends. Have you kept something for us in the old age? And the children will ask, how much you are going to give us spending? for toys, for dresses and so forth. Well, it is only the mother who will ask, are you okay? Did you have food or no? Are you keeping well? Because you are running up and down, so you must be fit. So this is what we see. Civility, loving each other, but understanding relationship is more important. We are sad people. We are more on the Facebook. We are more on the WhatsApp. We are not with the family. You almost pledge that particular thing, that after 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, put off all those things. What will happen? After 9 o'clock, the world is going to change. Suddenly something is going to happen. And if suddenly something happens and it needs to your attention, then they will call you up. Why do you stick to your WhatsApp? Why do you stick to the Facebook? Why do you fit yourself to those things without leaving the family aside? Best part, go with your friends. On the days you want to relax, be with your family, enjoy with your kids, enjoy with your parents, ask them how do they feel, enjoy with your brothers and sisters. Try to find a concern within the family. That's civility. Becoming honest, becoming narmata, okay, how are you? Namaste, good, yeah, okay. That's not civility. You pick up your bus ticket, you pick up your railway ticket, that's not civility. You don't break the lines, you don't break the signals, that's not civility. It's being with your family, inside the family, understanding the family, understanding where the pain is with your family. Even your brother, sister, somebody in your family may not be up to that level, the way you are. It's not that all are very rich and all are up to a certain level, a certain standard. There are very few families who can say, oh, my brother is a judge, or my other brother is a commissioner of police, my other one is a lawyer. So there are few families they can boast about this particular type. But there will be somebody or the other in the family who will be low down, who may not be up to that level. Maybe the sickness has caught up to him. Maybe the family is not doing well. When we do charity to the people outside, we are not helping them up. You don't know what's the use of your money there. But when you're doing it within your family, at least they can understand that you have been a resource to them, helpful to them. About the civility level, saying good. Parents have to be respected. Brothers, sisters have to be respected. Society has to be respected. Last few years we have been seeing the society, a divided society. The amount of violence, criminality in our society. And if you open a paper, nowadays the newspapers are good enough just to throw them out. I wouldn't even read it, believe me. But there's nothing to read there. 24/7 there's somebody who is speaking lies there. 24/7 there's somebody who is just selling you something. 24/7 there are marketing people. And 24/7 people with those insecurity level, every time their mental balance will be lost, thinking, oh, this fellow is killed there, churches are attacked, priests are attacked, some other crime is there. So we get disturbed. We are nowhere close to our families. We know where we are close to, understanding that if I'm on the street, what may happen to me? So the newspaper has become a curse. It's not a newspaper giving you news of what's happening. It's one thing which is creating a fear psycho, and absolutely something which we are concerned of. If I stay in Bombay, and if you see Bombay papers, every time there's one bridge which has collapsed, there's traffic control and somebody has killed somebody, there is somebody from the Dalits, they have been bitten by some BJP people, and so forth. So many other things we see. Priests are beaten up, minority people are beaten up. So it's a disturbing area where we cannot plan ourselves. We cannot be happy at all. And it's not me. The same paper, the Time, the magazine, when Modi came into power, they said, okay, oh, great man, we'll do a lot of work. And the same people came last time. That is a greater divider. So I'm not a person who's predicting anything. It's happening all over and people are aware of it. And it's in the public domain. So we need to understand, the more closer we are with the family, our families can stand with us. They can boost. They can stand with us. They can understand us. And we need to be with the family. Civility is all about family. Family inside the house, family with the neighbors, family in the society, family in the nation. It's nothing beyond that. If you are doing your job well, you have that emotions to understand love, you can share the love with each other beyond hate. Civility is all that. Thank you very much. I rest my speech here. Thank you, and thank you for bearing with me all this time. Jai Hind.
Now it's the time for felicitation and honoring the guest. Now I request, Madam. Now I request our Ambassador, Dr. Alwin Ronald Timothy, to honor His Excellency, Dr. Ted Roy Williams, the NDZ, the President of the United States of America, His Excellency Donald Trump. Will you all put a hand together and
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you'll understand my accent. It's very special for me to be here in India. I came here 2 years ago, and I have such concern for your nation. And let me say it again. I came here 2 years ago, and I have a passion for this nation. One is the stability, compassion, love, vision. In my travel throughout the nations of the earth, I just returned from Jamaica. I'm on my way to Congo to meet the new president, which I was privileged to pray for when he was in exile in London. We took the time to pray for him and to encourage him with his nation. India, I want to find the right word to say. India has just been a burden on my heart. I'm with Mr. Trump, not for political reason, but for the religious side. And as far as advice, praying for him, directing him, and guiding him. Every Monday we're on the phone to Washington, D.C., dealing with some things for urban development, trying to help communities. I thank God that in India there's not so much segregation. There is some, but not that much, because in America we have segregation when it comes to color of your skin, and sometimes because of your nationality. You've heard several things said about people, where they're from, their nationality, the color of their skin. India needs to unite. When I come here, I went out to the country yesterday to see some place that I was privileged to see, and my heart was broken. I saw little children with no shoes on their feet, no clothes. Let me say it again. I don't know what that is like. Where we see little children with no shoes, no clothes, no food. And my heart was very, very broken. Let me talk about vision for one moment. Vision is insight, seeing things into the future. As we gathered here today, we need to see a future for our children. Some of us have different religion, different things that we're into. In my Bible, it says, let every man choose whom he will serve. I've made this speech several times. Don't despise someone because of the color of their skin or their religion or who they serve. Of course, you know, many people are persecuted because of who they serve or their religion. One thing we say in America, every man have a right to choose who he wants to serve. Don't kill me because I believe in Allah. Don't kill me because I believe in my God. Every man must choose what he wants. For me, I choose Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And I'm not afraid. Our president have been advised by one of my best friends, who is Daryl Scott. We pray for him. We give him directions. So let's deal with vision. What is vision? Vision is seeing tomorrow. Our children of tomorrow. I was born in a little place in the Caribbean where I came up very poor. And as I was here the last time, I saw, and I want to repeat this again, education must be important, very valuable. We must train them how to be effective for the future. We must look out for our younger ones. Now, you know that most politicians around the world, sometimes they don't really care about the society. They don't care as long as their pocket is full all around the world. I just came back from Jamaica, like I said. I was in South Africa the other day giving some advice. Now listen to me, everybody. Vision sees the future afar off. And from my beliefs, it's a word called faith. What is faith? Faith is hoping, trusting, believing, having patience, long-suffering, being kind. Now, the word faith means hope. What is hope? Hope to a nation. And this nation here, like I said, I have been to many nations. I have been to so many nations, but India digs something in my heart. I'm very concerned about this nation. One. And I promise you I'm going to do something. I wouldn't say everything I'm going to do because I'm on national television. I have to use wisdom. I'm very concerned. I love all of you, regardless to what your belief is or who you chose to be your God. My main concern is human rights. Our little children that don't have any shoes. Children here don't know where the next meal is coming from. Some are despised because of their parents or poor. And you know, in a society, poor people really doesn't have much say-so in a society. When you're poor, you're looked down on. I live a very wealthy life, so I understand being poor and being up there and being down there. And when you're poor, sometimes people keep you down. But we gotta have our eyes set for our children. What your grandmama saw and your mama saw, your children should never see. Let me say it again. What your grandmama and your mama saw, your children should never see it. And you shouldn't say, well, I don't care, as long as me and my family eat. If you have some kind of God consciousness, you should be concerned about your brothers and sisters. How? By lending them a helping hand. Martin Luther made a statement, all men were created equally. In India, you all are one set of people. Some worship different gods, some choose different gods. But beyond God, what can you do to change your society, this nation? Well, I'm doing something personally to change this nation. Number one is my prayer. Number two is my financial support. Number three is taking it higher to higher demand to see that we get something done for India in the name of Jesus. Whether you believe in, I don't want to offend anyone. I want to speak with wisdom because I understand you have to speak with wisdom. So with all my power, every ounce of energy in my body, I make a vow to try to do the best I can for this nation. And let me tell you why. I hate poverty. Let me say it again. I hate poverty. It doesn't belong in our society when there is so much enough for everybody to be fed. I challenge young people at home to go back to school, to educate themselves, to do things that can change this nation and this society. I want to talk about something with a guy who changed the nation. One of my favorite books in my Bible is in Exodus. Moses leading the people out of bondage. And leading the people out of bondage, he has a challenge to bring them into a land flowing with milk and honey, to make a change for them. And the only thing he could do is to begin to teach the people. Well, they rebelled. They wanted something else different. Whenever change wants to come, there's always going to be rebellion. People don't want to hear you because we are stuck in our old ways. You say it again. We are stuck in our old ways. You cannot do the same things and get the same result. To bring change, you got to change some of the things you know. And I came up a certain kind of way. I came up in an environment that was very poor. And my mentality had to change. And in order for change to come, it starts with everyone in this room. I say this all the time at home when I travel throughout the nations, and I'm on the plane every other week. It's to challenge young people and the older people to help the young people to be someone. And every change that you change, it makes the nation stronger. Joseph had another challenge. He was led into a place where he was sold into slavery. I know where India come from. I studied the culture of India. I know who you are. I know where your descendants are. You might not know. But you came from a very powerful descendant. Nimrod, Ham and Shem. And it's in the Bible. Ham and Shem, black and Indian people are one. I'm not being prejudiced. Listen to me carefully. Two descendants. Nimrod, who built the Tower of Babel, they said had no education. The European says that everything comes from Europe. It's not true. Indian built the nations of the earth, and Ham and Shem. And you know that India had roots going back, because everything that's in London, a lot of it came from India, not from London. So we have to find ways to stabilize our community. And you are wonderfully made, beautiful, attractive people. Give yourself a round of applause. Some of you don't want to clap. But, let me say it this way. So, in the book of Proverbs, it says, "In all thy getting, get understanding." What is understanding? Wisdom. What is wisdom? Godly knowledge. In all thy getting, get understanding. It will promote you. It will take you to a place you have never gone. The only reason why I was called to Washington, D.C. 2 years ago, I was called because of my wisdom. And not because I'm an educated man, but wisdom is more powerful than education. So I went there for one thing, to pray and to advise. I come to advise you that this nation can become a stronger nation with all of you uniting together and making peace regardless of your beliefs. And the reason why we're having so much problem in India is because of our religious belief. One of them is because of our religious beliefs. Because some people don't want to do for someone because he's a Muslim, he's a Christian, he's a Hindu. Let's see all human beings as someone who breathes and have breath in the body, and be generous and be kind to one another. The general just said about love. Love covers a multitude of sin. Love is kind. Love is patient. It does not behave itself unseemly. It's courteous. It's loving. It's caring. One of the things we're trying to do, elections around the corner next year, is to try to bring stability to the United States. And when a nation has money, and I want to say this because this is just wisdom from me. In America, when there's success and wealth, people go for that. But it's more than just success and wealth. This nation needs stability, and we need to learn to love one another regardless to where we come from. My final words to you: do unto others as you have them do unto you. Let me say it again. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. Now, this guy traveled all around me, the world around me. He's my God. He protects me. He really protects me. And one thing of the thing, if somebody come close to me to try to hurt me, he's going to hurt them. He's going to protect me. The reason why he protects me, because he loves me, and he'll give his blood for me. How many of us can say we looked out for our neighbor next to us, or we tried to do something to make a change in the person's life that's less fortunate? The last time I was here in this country, I took some money out of my pocket. I gave away over $4,500 of my personal money to children who I see suffering. My plan is to bring millions to try to help as much as I can. Anything we can do to help. Not to religion, but to the little kid who don't know where his next meal is coming from. That little dirty kid you stick up your nose at who's hurting. And then we all started with one family. One family started the earth. One family. And India is one family. One family. I ask myself sometime why Pakistan fight against India. I'm into politics. I'm a politician along with a preacher. Why does these things happen? It happens in the name of religion. That's why we can't get along. Because this one is hurting this one because of religion. Whatever you do, love one another. Be courteous. Be kind. Be loving. Be caring. I've gone to many nations of the earth. I went to Haiti, and the poverty level in Haiti is despicable. I see people eating mud pie. Mud? Dirt. By the garbage can. By the rubbish bin. Little children takes the mud up, and the mama who doesn't have a meal, give me my card. The mother who doesn't have a meal, not one piece of bread, go down and take that mud pie, sticks it in the oven, and the children eat it, and that's all they have. And it burdened my heart. I'm burdened for India. I'll be praying for you. I will take word back where I need to take word. I'll do what I have to do. On my way up, I'll do the best I can. Thank you so much. You're great people. I love India. Love India as much as I love India. Let's help one another.
Thank you, sir. Your speech was inspiring and heart-moving. We are really honored, not because of anything else. You said one word, that you have a burden for India. And number two, You said you will pray for this country, and that's what we expect. Okay, so we are really grateful and honored, and we thank you for your address, sir. Now I request Dr. Alwin Roland Timothy to say a few words.
Good evening to everyone here. I would love to thank and praise my Almighty God for making me to stand before you as a witness and to witness this first World Civility Day. World Civility Day is a day in which we are asked to become aware of our behavior towards others and to become mindful of our thoughts, words, and actions. It is a day to remember that we can be better people in every area of life, and to remember that our actions serve as an example for generations to come. In 2015, Chuck Hughes, Executive Director of the Gary Chamber of Commerce, and Dr. Gordon E. Bradshaw, Chairman of the Public Policy Committee, worked together through the Gary Chamber of Commerce and created this Civility Count initiative. The organization mission is to build public awareness of civility and to help transform communities through positive programs and relationships. The initiative works to raise the consciousness level of the individuals and groups of people, as so many of us face incidents of disrespect, intolerance, or violence. For striving to make a difference in our communities, the organization and its supporters are worthy of the highest praise. I ask you and my other colleagues to join me in honoring and congratulating the community's Civility Count initiative and in celebrating the World Civility Day in Chennai, India. The significance of this movement will have a positive impact on generations after generation for the influence, passion, and dedication to the community and to the country, and beyond the leaders and supporters of the World Civility Counts initiatives are to be commended. I thank you all for being here. My last word is this. Together we can make a positive change. How we can make a positive change to make this world a better place? By the way, treating others the way you want to be treated. If you are doing it so, I tell you, our country will never be the same, and we can make an impact in our great nation of India. And God bless you. And I would love to present a short video right now from the World Civility Day Initiative President, Dr. Clyde Rivers from US.
Spokesperson for World Civility Day. India, we are so happy to be bringing World Civility Day into India with Alwin, Roland, Timothy. Our leader in that region is doing a fantastic job. As a matter of fact, I want you all to understand that this man won our Peace Icon of the Year Award for his service helping humanity. We believe that every individual in the world has a contribution. We are a non-political organization. We're bringing civility around the world because we believe that every individual is a gift from God and has value. So people, we are honored to have you in the country of India to be a part of World Civility Day. Thank you so very much.
As you saw in the video, I'd like to say the Peace Icon Award given by the I Change Nations, United Nations, is awarded to His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Alwin Thomas Timothy, UN Special Representative, Ambassador to Sri Lanka on the World Civility Day, by our Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Dr. Tedroyd Williams. All put our hands together and clap and give honor for this man. This is a Peace Icon Award given by the I Change Nations, United States. Now I request Dr. Jacob Simon, the Chancellor of the Good News University, who is the coordinator of the South Indian International Human Rights Peace Commission. He is an international director for the Synod of the Pentecostal Churches. He is the General Secretary for the Leadership Alliance and Justice of Peace Awardee, International Rotary Club member, to give a few words for us.
It's a great joy and honor this evening to honor the Honorable Chancellor of the Good News University International and my very good friend, Professor Dr. Jacob Simon. I would love to call the Vice President of IHRPC and the International Board of Directors, Colonel Dr. Fernandez, to come on the dais, and our Honorable Special Guest, Dr. Williams, to come up on the stage to honor our Dr. Jacob Simon as an honorary ambassador for Israel for the IHRPC. Yes.
Let us give a good round of applause, please. Now I request Bishop Reverend Dr. M.A. Paul to be on the stage to receive the Honorary Ambassador Award of the Nation of Canada. I request Mr. K.R. Prasad, he's a stage artist, to get his doctorate.